Welcome back. You're watching Vision 2021 on Business Day TV. In this series, we talk to the leaders of companies and organizations that have not only weathered the harsh economic impact of the COVID-19 storm over the past year, but are also pivoting and firming up their own business strategies within this new market reality. Joining me now for a look at how Liberty 2 Degrees is doing just that is the company's CEO, Amelia Beattie. Amelia, thanks so much for your time today. So no one can deny 2020 was a year for the record books. It was a tough year for property companies specifically, particularly those that had retail exposure. So how did you navigate through this unprecedented time?
Bronwyn, thank you for this opportunity. And if we think back about 2020, we'll probably think of a year that we've learned our biggest lessons in business. There was no place that we could read about it, and we needed to do the best we can in a really difficult set of circumstances. We recently brought out our results for the year ending, and we were able to pay a distribution which was well received by the market, and our operational performance of our assets really performed much better towards the last quarter. We had a great recovery in that quarter, and we see that carrying through into 2021, which is really encouraging and something that we are very realistic about 2021, knowing that we'll still see some of the challenges coming through. But we hope that the foundations that we built in our business will help us carry through the year.
So you talk about this unprecedented time, you talk about not being able to learn from the past as we go into the future. So as we go into 2021, you talk about this improved performance coming through. What's the vision for Liberty 2 Degrees now in 2021?
We are keeping to our vision, staying with what we set out to do, which is to create a South African precinct-focused retail-centered business. There's a lot of talk to say that super regionals are dead. We have a different view, saying that it is not about the format of the center, it's about the center itself, where it's located and the quality of what's in there, the quality of the experience for customers. If you have a good center in a good place, with a good customer base, those will survive. And whether it's neighborhood or super regional, it doesn't matter. You'll get good super regionals, bad super regionals, good neighborhood, bad neighborhood centers. And it's really about giving what your customers want, looking at customer needs, how they change, and how do we address that and bring them the things that will bring them back to the mall.
So a customer-focused outlook from Liberty 2 Degrees this year, but it must come with a little bit of caution. We talk about a third wave of infections coming. So on that front, what measures do you have in place that could potentially mitigate some of those risks?
I think the third wave is certainly something that we must deal with. It's a reality, but it is just that. It's something that we will deal with. We've dealt with many of these things over the last year. We've put in place what we call safe spaces. We got rated by an international rating agency to be, all our malls are COVID compliant. We've got our retail certification. And with that, we've also done our green building certifications to have all our malls Green Star rated, which really took to the quality of the internal environment, how well the business buildings perform, and all the things that relate to that.
It is nice to have some good news at a time like this, and I'm so glad that you brought it up that Liberty 2 Degrees has been awarded a Green Star rating on its entire retail portfolio, and that's making the company the first to achieve this. So is this just the start of how you plan to enhance perhaps your non-financial reporting?
Yeah, we are incredibly proud of, during the year of COVID, not standing back and saying we're not going to do it, but still achieve the rating of our entire portfolio, and with the help of the Green Building Council of South Africa and our consultants that work with us. But it's part of a journey. We have set ourselves the vision of a net zero target by 2030, and we've broken it up. We are targeting waste now, water by 2025, and then energy or carbon by 2030, so that we have a clear roadmap to get there. And having our buildings certified as green buildings is just the first part of that process.
How do we stack up to some of our global counterparts? Because I know global retailers are looking at zero waste strategies. Is that something that you feel needs to be explored? And you did highlight some of them, but perhaps you can explain a bit more. What other strategies should people operating in the retail property space be looking at?
I think, ESG and everything that goes around it is really about impact and minimizing our impact in terms of the environment, specifically in terms of the E of ESG. And green spaces are just that. So waste gives you a great opportunity to make a real difference. Even at home, in your kitchen, you can recycle. At Sandton City, we've got those recycling machines that you can bring the stuff to and be part of it. So it's bringing that community element in, bringing the environment socially in which we operate in to be part of us on this journey. It's not something that we can just do ourselves. We have to make sure that we bring our customers along, we bring our tenants along, and we all share in this value of a better environment for all of us going forward.
Amelia, it's so nice to chat to you and chat to you about future plans and the lessons that you've learned from COVID-19. But on that note, let's leave it there. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks, Bronwyn.
Amelia Beattie is the CEO of Liberty 2 Degrees, and that's where we leave it for this episode of Vision 2021. But there's lots more to come on Business Day TV, so stay tuned.